rise to speak in support of the Terminally Ill Adults End of Life Bill at its third reading. Because at the very heart of this bill are terminally ill adults, those people who are dying, people who have less than 6 months to live, people who've tried to stay alive, to beat a terrible disease with expert medical treatment, but to no avail. So now they face the inevitable, that they will die. In fact, that's the only thing any of us know that we'll ever do, really. And I'm sure, like most of you, we all think and desire a peaceful, pain-free death where we slip off in our sleep at a ripe old age, having lived a good life. But the reality is that all of us and all our citizens, those for whom we legislate for in this place, could potentially face a painful and undignified death. And that's why in the 21st century, like a growing number of other countries, I believe we should change the law to permit choice at the end of life. Yeah. Or rather, choice towards the end of death. So that dying people can opt to have a death in the manner of their choosing, to have an element of control over those last days. And YouGov polling published yesterday again shows that the public, the citizens we serve, back it too. 75% of the public support assisted dying in principle, with 73% supporting the bill as it stands. And as a co-sponsor of the bill and member of the Bill Committee, I'm pleased it's had more scrutiny, challenge and debate than almost any other piece of legislation. Over 100 hours, in fact. I'm sorry for time. The changes that have been made, including many proposed by members who do not support a change in the law, but which have been adopted by the sponsor of the bill, as well as those proposed during the process led by my honourable friend, the member of Spen Valley, in response to evidence submitting during the scrutiny process, has led to a better bill. A bill that has greater safeguards for more vulnerable people, with mandatory training requirements, including in relation to coercion and capacity. A bill that ensures judicial oversight of decision-making by a range of experts, including psychiatrists, social workers and senior legal professionals. A bill that will set out statutory protections for those workers who do not wish to take part in the assisted dying process on the basis of conscience, and quite right to. This bill will provide for one of the tightest, safest assisted dying laws in the world. But importantly, this bill has compassion at its core by affording dying people choice at the end of life. So I'd like to thank every one of my constituents who shared their views with me, both for and against a change in the law. And I particularly thank all those who have disagreed with me, because good democracy, the right to respectfully disagree, is hugely important, and perhaps a debate for another time. May I also thank all those who've shared their personal stories of loved ones' deaths, some brutal and painful and traumatic, which are a stark reminder that the status quo is just unacceptable. As well as others who shared their experience of their loved ones who, in other jurisdictions, such as Australia, were able to have a peaceful death, surrounded by loved ones at a time of their choosing. So as I come to a close, Madam Deputy Speaker, while not everyone would want to choose an assisted death, I believe that everyone should have the opportunity to choose one if they so wish. It really is time that this House takes the important, compassionate and humane step to making this a reality by voting for the Terminally Ill Adults End of Life Bill.